been a day. I wanted to give a 1 week update into my dose increase to 1.7. But when I got on to YouTube to kind of look around, I immediately was stopped by a video by someone I actually used to watch on TikTok. I didn't really know she was on YouTube, and the title of it, I don't even remember what the title of it was now, but it had to do with Ozempic, and mental health of some kind, which is near and dear to my heart, mental health. But I just felt compelled to watch it because she's a content creator that I trust. I don't think that she would post something that, wasn't her own experience and then wasn't something that she was being honest about. With that being said, I don't really remember what Selena, Scary Boo, I don't remember what her YouTube page was. I'm sorry. It's terrible. But it kind of shook me. She was very heartfelt and, in tears over this. She had a negative reaction to Ozempic in the way of her mental health. And if you want to go see her video, I will try and put that down in the description. But I'm new to this, so no pressure. You can message me and I can send it to you too. But it just struck me, as something, I haven't heard a lot about people reacting that way to semaglutide. So, it did catch me off guard. And that was one of the things that she wanted to do, was bring awareness to that, because a lot of people don't have that as their experience. So, I'm grateful for that, So here's my passing of the knowledge. If you have struggled with mental health and you are now on Ozempic or Wegovy, I don't know if I can speak to whether it happens with any of the other GLP-1s. This was her experience with semaglutide. And you're just not feeling like yourself. She described having feelings, and I think what just kind of really spoke to me was she really sounded like how I describe myself, as far as anxiety and depression and even ADD. Have been asked if I want to take medication and this and that and the other, and I just have always been really confident that if I've ever been feeling a type of way, I've been able to pull myself back from that. And she really spoke to that in herself. And I was like, that's me. That's my words coming out of her mouth. We're so similar in that description of our mental health and how we take care of it and how we treat it. So I think that's why it kind of shook me to where, like, okay, I need to speak to that before I give you my update. So if you are, she described the feelings of not her normal, not herself, stuck in someone else's thoughts. She knew that she would not take her own life, but she was really thinking of having those thoughts. And so she backed down on her doses, and now her choice is to not take another injection. And I think that's probably a very, very good, very smart choice for her. But it just really tugged at my heartstrings for her. Just the fact that, man, like, and I know how crushing that might have been for her. She is diabetic. She had these high hopes, and she said, I'm not going to lie, I wanted to lose weight, and she's very confident, very body positive, just someone I think I just have looked up to, just watching her. And she's really funny, and I love funny. I like to have fun. She tells dad jokes, and I love dad jokes. That's my love language. But yeah, she just was very genuine and heartfelt, and I just felt she wanted to get that message out, and she said she spoke to it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be, the awareness needs to be raised, because if people notice that this is happening once they're on this, they should think about coming off of it. And I 100% agree. Mental health is not something to be taken lightly, and we do need to talk about it. We need to talk about it in every aspect. Funny story. After I shared kind of just dabbled in the fact that I had some postpartum, probably with every child. I was sent in our family group chat a message from one of my sisters, that she, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We talked about that. But she is a part of a group raising money to bring awareness to, what was it, perinatal and parental depression, postpartum depression, all of that around new families, and even moms and dads suffer from it. I will figure out how to link to her team page. If you feel called to donate, any amount is welcome. And it's something that is very near and dear to my heart. And women struggle from it and don't even know. And it does need to be a conversation. It does need to be brought, hormones suck. Sorry, but they do. And when you're building a new family, there's so much stress involved. And, I don't think any one person has ever thought, oh, that woman might take her baby's life, or that, everyone just, wraps it in a bow. But the hard truth is, it's happened. It's happened. If it happens once, it's too often. And unfortunately, it's happened a lot more than that. So I will link that down there. If you feel called, please donate. So I today now feel even more lucky that I'm a little less stressed than last time I was here. I have makeup on. I was going to be making something, but I thought, let's just sit and chat. I have actually done the 1.7 twice now, because I didn't get this video done. But I was gearing up for that garage sale last time, and it had me a lot of ways of stressed. And let me tell you, it was a very successful garage sale, worth every amount of stress. So that's over. My husband had surgery today on his foot. That went well. We got a little bit of cardiology follow-up because, it's okay. We both have maybe a little rock star addiction. I have been consciously trying to come off of that, and now it's his turn, because, I'm not trying to say I'm better. I just have made decisions before he has. I'm also almost 5 years older than him, so maybe my age has a little bit to do with it, but I quit smoking a year ago. And, a year and 2 months ago, because every month counts, because I didn't know if this one would stick, but I'm very happy about that, and that's a choice you have to make for yourself. I'm not the type to push anybody into it. You have to be ready. It's a struggle, and I am not about to live with a miserable person because their wife is making them quit smoking. That's never happening. I will express my opinion, but I would never force. So, just trying to get him to a place where he can be by himself tomorrow while I go to work. Figuring out how that works with the kids, the dog, which just crawled up here and fell asleep because she's a cat dog, refuses to go to the bathroom. And my daughter is convinced it's because my husband can't go out with her, which very well may be, because that's their little routine. But today I've been just this evening, nauseous. On the way home from the hospital this afternoon, I stopped and got a Jimmy John sandwich. And then I proceeded to come home and clean while my husband was laying in bed. I mean, he even told me, stop and eat. And I said, I'm not even hungry anymore. So I just kind of kept going. Just needed the house put together before I go to work tomorrow. Debris free for him and his scooter. That's what happens when I'm nauseous. And I'm just terrible. Like, is it weird that I'd rather be nauseous than hungry? So I just kind of deal with it. So I'm afraid that, like, if I go take the Zofran, then maybe I'll be hungry. But then it was a weird night, and my youngest and I decided we hadn't eaten, and it was almost 8, so we split the sandwich, and now I'm nauseous, so maybe I shouldn't have eaten, but that is it. I am down to actually a few ounces, which I don't normally count the ounces. I take mental note of them, but I don't normally count them. The dog. A few ounces below when I beat Dave in the Weight Watchers Challenge, so I'm a little happy about that. I didn't weigh myself this morning. We had to be to the hospital at 6 a.m., so it really wasn't happening. But I'm feeling good. I am feeling like way better than I did on the second dose of the 1 milligram. So I feel like we might be there. You know, I'm praying that this is the dose. Is anyone else worried about getting maxed out? Like, I know it feels like everyone who does Manjaro like wants to get to that top dose. Like, that's the therapeutic dose. And I feel like everybody's therapeutic dose is different. I would love mine to be a little lower, because then if that changes, then I always have that option to go higher. If I'm maxed out, then I go, where do we go from here? You know, then I take it back down and go back up again. Like, I don't know. What is the answer? If you know, tell me. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Still working on that protein, just making sure like the protein's the first thing that goes into my body in the morning. And so by putting that in my shake, I'm getting that done. Or in putting a protein shake, I'd buy the Premier or the Equate, whichever store I'm at who has the best deal, which last time was Walmart and the Equate brand. This time it was Sam's and the Premier Protein, because they make a weird 15-pack versus the 12-pack for cheaper than the 12-pack at the other store. Whatever. I'm in it for convenience. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pouring that into my coffee instead of creamer and getting that in first thing in the morning, so then I'm good by lunch. I have been eating almost the same exact lunch for, well, that whole box of 1.0. Sorry. I get distracted by the dog. She just went one seat over and finally quit walking in circles and laid down. We're all a little weird here. But anyway, wheat thins, laughing cow cheese, some sort of fruit, and a protein shake. And some cheese. Because I'm pretty sure that I don't go very many meals without cheese. Might be part of my problem, but we'll see. So that's the update I have for you. Yeah. Didn't get to see me on Dave's live this week, which is fine. I was folding and tagging clothes for the garage sale, and I was very happy to be able to do it by phone. But yeah, tell Dave you want to see my face this week. That's how I will know that you watched this, is if you either send Dave a message and mention it on the live this week, if it happens. I know he's very busy this week. Tell him you miss my face. So I am glad you came and watch my update and let me know what else you want to see. Other than that, I hope you have a blessed evening.